drum recordings were done. Marco had a few weeks time to give him a rough mix, edit the tracks so we can perform over those tracks, and I think 2 weeks before we started the actual recordings, before everybody came in, Mattis, I and Marco met up in the studio again with Alex from Stallion to set up the guitar tone. We invited Alex because he's obviously very good in having a proper guitar tone. He does it pretty professional. And the sound samples we had for this record were pretty similar to the drum samples we had. So our idea was to have like a very bright, very steely sounding guitar tone, very clear, very focused. That's what we went for, and tried to achieve that with the usual Marshall Plexi stuff.
We rented several cabinets
and set everything up, and stumbled upon a big obstacle. The gear didn't work properly.
Brauchte eine Q im Loop. Ne? Also so hat er einfach überhaupt nicht den Biss, den er braucht. Ja. Und der Mittenregler, den ich habe, der zieht halt die falschen Mitten raus.
Ja. We took a lot of time. We tried to make it sound right, make it sound the way we wanted it, but it simply didn't. I don't know what the technical problem was in the end. I'm not too familiar with these things. But Marco and Alex certainly agreed it's not gonna work in this way.
Also ich verstehe das. Das war mir noch nicht bewusst.
So we came to the point that we said, let's use the amp simulation that we already had.
The way we wanted to approach the sound, we built that an amp simulation. Fuck it. It's 2023 or 24 by now, and if you know how to use it properly, you will not be able to hear a difference. And if you think you can, you're probably lying. It was on, and we finally gathered in Hellforge Studio, which is located in Essen, in Alten Essen.
Hearing those first recordings delivered by Garion, really in your mind it clicks up. Studio recording really started, but I was super impressed. I mean, just hearing the drums, hearing, okay, got that bigness we wanted, and having that foundation to build on, that was really a huge point.
Das ist der Guitarist B7K Ultra.
Alles digital hier. Nichts ist echt.
Das sind keine Forge, das ist eine Mikrowelle.
As always with the recordings, I feel very pressured. So I tend to prepare myself very, very well.
Die Gitarren machen da keine Pause, du aber schon, deswegen wollte ich fragen, ob das auch so ist.
Eigentlich nicht. Obviously there are parts like, I don't know, the main riff of Realm of the Impaler that was really the tricky part. Feels very, very good to hear a little compliment from him.
Das ist auch echt ein Scheiß, Alter. Dafür, dass das Riff so heftig ist, war das sehr, sehr gut gespielt.
It's a little heartwarming in a way. It helps my personal well-being. Just
das war falsch.
Crossplay is faded!
Ich muss den Text mal dazu.
After the release of Dealin Death, we started to record the next demo.
To the fury
vocals were recorded at Stefan's place in his living room. Poor neighbors. It's way more comfortable to record at home than to record in the studio because there's way more pressure behind it, and you want to give 110% and not only 100% as in the demo recordings. And,
Sehr gut.
Geil.
Ich tausche noch den Chef-Take. So.
And, the vocal performance depends a lot on how your mood is. The mood setting is very important to me.
Yes!
The restaurant and you take the blood.
Brand. Ich will mal Bilanz sagen. To deliver what you really want to achieve and accomplish in the end.
That's not the same right. A conductor in black gloves. We own the Broadway. That's the tax on your car. So watch out.
It was very hard for me sometimes to recreate what we already did with the pre-production.
So, doch. Dann erklär's mir. Ja, so hab ich's doch gerade gemacht.
In the end, I really think the hard work paid off. Sentinels is really the best performance I did so far.
Ich überlege, ob ich da nicht nur so mache, sondern... Das wäre ganz cool, ne?
Schon, das ist in so einer Stückbankband bestimmt.
Weißt du was, das ist totaler Quatsch, dass wir das sagen. Das ist total, oh guck mal, da ist hier eine tolle Terz reingebaut. Oh, guck mal, was der Stefan für tolle Terzen bauen kann. Das ist ja Quatsch. The records before, I had some struggles here and there, like keeping up the pace, having troubles with my right hand. I felt very prepared for this record. Tracking rhythm guitars was actually fun this time.
We had a lot of time between writing the songs, pre-production, and also recording the stuff in the studio. Basically, a lot of time to learn. Easy going.
Das Ende machen wir nochmal.
I was not there the whole time with the boys. I entered short after them because I became a father in December last year, and I had the urge to be at my family.
To record the solo stuff and the melody stuff. For me, that's not the fun part of recording. I like the riffs.
Rhythm guitars for me is the least favorite thing I do in the studio.
I really enjoy writing solos, but I hate recording them. So viele verschiedene Töne in dieser Scheißmelodie, ne?
You can't be creative with every note you record. And that's why I really liked to record the solos this time.
This time, nevertheless, due to the pre-production and the amount of time I put into good preparation, it went down way better than before. Yes. Yeah, and that's it. I think Sentinels is by far our best record so far. It depicts perfectly what we want to sound like, and I think also what we always wanted to sound like.
Some of my favorite moments on the album are really Impaler. It has a really great atmosphere. It's medieval, it's gruesome, it's just dripping the essence of what is Vulture.
The final verses in Draw Your Blades.
Where there's a whip, there's a way. The whole song has everything Vulture stands for, I guess. High-speed parts, but also parts where everything gets a bit more slow. And it's super catchy as well.
As much as solo start in Oathbreaker.
Probably Death Row, the most aggressive song Vulture has had so far, and also the solo battle is quite intense.
Favorite song I think is Unhallowed and Forgotten because it reflects everything what Vulture is standing for.
Unhallowed and forgotten, the children never rest. Stand up the bound to see this the ground, blackness the eternal quest. Unhallowed and forgotten, you not survive this night. And for us, and you take the brunt, tormented and take the fight.
Oh, fuck off.